Alright, so you're curious about polygamy laws around the world. It's a topic that gets people talking, and it's way more complicated than a simple yes or no. So let's break it down. First up, yes, there are countries where polygamy is legal. Most of these places have pretty specific rules. Sometimes you need court approval, sometimes there's a cap on the number of spouses, and you almost always have to treat everyone equally. So, it's definitely not a free-for-all. Most of these countries are in Africa, the Middle East, or parts of Asia. For example, some majority Muslim countries permit polygamy under Sharia law, but even there, it's not always a blanket approval. Morocco and Tunisia, for instance, have their own restrictions. Meanwhile, countries like Ethiopia or South Sudan allow it, but only in certain regions or under customary law, so the rules can change depending on where you are. But what about the countries on the list? Well, in most Western or secular nations, think the US, the UK, Australia, Japan or the Philippines, polygamy is a definite no-go. It's explicitly banned, and you'll run into legal trouble if you try it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There are rare exceptions even in countries where polygamy is technically illegal. For example, some indigenous communities, like in Brazil or Canada, might have local traditions or practices that involve polygamy. But, and this is a big but, these relationships aren't recognized by national law, so legally they don't count. So, to sum it up, if a country isn't on the list of those that permit polygamy, you can safely assume it's not allowed, except for a few isolated cases where local customs exist, but the law doesn't actually back them up. Polygamy laws are all about where you are, what the local rules say, and who's making those decisions. Hope that clears things up.